Welcome back to some more Stardrive Blackbox with the Combined Arms mod. In this episode, we will be redesigning our ships to use the newly discovered, I believe it's called phased weapons. And these ones, if we look at the, heavy anti-fighter Gatling turrets, I believe, phase defense benefits, very effective versus small craft. I think shield penetration 10%, so there is a 10% chance, a random chance, that they will penetrate through the shield, so that's nice. I guess we can replace the Vulcan cannons here. We also have a better power plant now, and we might not even need as many of them. And also, but we also need the shields. We could go for one large shield, that's 2000, but these, I suppose, are technically better, because if we went for 4 small ones, then we get 6 times 600, which is more than 2000. Low warp time. Yeah, we will be a little bit low on energy like this. We could go for just a singular solar array. No, we would need 2. And that eats a little bit into our ammunition. Slow warp speed, that is true, but I think, well, we could do the thing with the engines when you do, I guess, 2 warp, and that's 35k. And now there are the railguns in here. But we might to change them, swap them for the phased turrets, actually. And there's the advanced flag, so we can definitely swap this one. I guess we will actually need one more power plant, but we can also go for more shields. Can we swap this around a little bit? So now the question is, this has a range of 2700, these have 13. I think I'm just gonna go for more turrets, and then we can move these forward and get more ammunition, more ordnance, and maybe even one more of these, like that. Low salvo power, actually, really? Power capacity 345. So that's a bit much, it looks like. Maybe just more shields? All of the shields, very high defense. This will cover most of the things, or we could move it to the front. But now, now we don't have enough power. And now we do. And the warp speed, it's not high, but I suppose it's okay. So do we go with that? We might... we don't really have a lot of punch with these weapons. But we will have to, I think, just research. Yeah, we were going with the laser, so this is going to be fine, I guess. It's more of like an anti-fighter ship, it looks like. I can also tweak these angles a little bit to cover, because they will still all cover the front, and then some of them will go more to the sides. And this is okay, I think. Turn rate is not great, but it should be enough. 2700 range. Do we go Now let's leave it like this. We could go with like 2 turrets instead of these smaller ones, the big ones, but let's leave it as is. And that's going to be... what should we call it? It's a corvette. So let's go for like anti-fighter corvette Mark 1 and save it. And now let's see our fighters. Let's go with this one. And we would like to replace your weapon with, I guess, just these. That should be fine. Maybe the engines, do we want to... let's see. To put a warp and a regular. That's 393 and 55. I suppose a little worse turn rate, but better sublight speed, and I think with these guys we want a high sublight speed actually. Let's move the shields here so they are better protected. And then more weapons to the sides. And I think that should be okay. So that's like a superiority fighter Mark 1, let's call it. And we could also redesign the smaller ones, because we already have some of them built. So we can swap them with the better turrets. This is 1700. Let's just go with this, I think. And that should be okay. These will bounce off of the armor, I think. Where's the shield penetration? No, not really. Because I think, yeah, if we look at these turrets versus armor 30%, but these don't have this malus. So they should still be okay, I suppose. Mars Model D. And that's okay. And then we have to go to the ship array, and we just pick our corvettes and refurbish them into this one, refit all. And then the fighters into the 1D, all of them, and these into the superiority fighter Mark 1. That should be all of them. And there's also the single scout, and everyone else is moving to shipyard for refits. So that's okay. I guess we are going to be doing a little bit of economy now. Caught your filthy agents. Well, was exposed and wiped out. So that's not very nice for us. But oh well. How are we on the troops? Have we built some already? What's this 3 in here? Okay. If we take a look like this, I think defense, launch all troops. Yeah, there are 7 troops here. Is it possible to like gather the troops somehow? Not sure. I think we might just have to do it manually. But let's first wait for the refits to be done. And then we shall launch our troops, gather them in a bunch with some fighter cover. Or should we first? I guess we can first try going against into these 2 systems and see how would we fare against these remnants. I think maybe there are a little less of them in one of these 2 systems. we shall see fairly soon. I think we'll send both of the fleets. And they are asking for even more technologies, and they are already very angry at us. But we saw earlier that giving them the technologies doesn't really help with that. And they are also angry with us. Army 3, sure, you can have that. Seems like everyone is going to be going against us while they themselves are in like non-aggressions and trade treaties. So yeah, that's not very nice for us. How it turned out, and this is just the normal difficulty. So maybe I should have been engaging in diplomacy earlier. Yeah, that just got deleted. Whatever, that was just a one small ship. And I think we are almost done with the various refits. I guess they are still patrolling. Let's get you guys closer to Onir's system. It's got an oceanic planet. And let's see here. There are not that many, it seems like, but they are all already engaging us. Let's slow it down, maybe 2.5. Yeah, and we can't really see inside them. Yeah, they have these very powerful weapons that are, I think, railguns, maybe of some sort, that are just deleting our ships with one shot. We have now a little bit of shield cover, but it seems like we are not doing that bad ourselves. And they decided to go for something else for some reason. Why don't you turn around and actually attack what's closer to you? Yeah, they are getting destroyed. Okay, I'm going to go to the options and turn down the effects volume. And I guess the music as well a little bit. Okay, not sure why it flashed like that. Yeah, they are actually getting deleted fairly quickly. And now we can see inside their house, as we have destroyed enough of them to get some intelligence. I think, yeah, we don't have that many ships left. And where's the second fleet? They are somewhere far away. But we can rebuild. Let's maybe go against these larger ones. Yeah, we are going to get wrecked in here. But we can rebuild our fleet. Yeah, so it looks like we are effective in destroying their ships, but we just don't have enough firepower or defense to destroy all of them. But yeah, I guess that was the first step in whittling their forces down, and we should have these replacement ships ordered automatically. I guess we can rearrange them. And I guess, yeah, small stations, so that would be the mining stations. And I think I have the auto pick mining stations and auto build. So that's good. Where are we going with these? Not sure. I suppose for now it is calm. We are now much lower on the taxes than we were at the beginning of the last episode, if memory serves correctly. The first fleet is gathering in some weird place for some reason. Let's go to Hydra system. Yes, of course the current fleet strength is low because we've just lost a bunch. Geoservice, Xeno farming. Do we need Xeno farming right now? You are exporting, but you are not even producing enough to support yourself, so it definitely seems like we would need some Xeno farming in here. Let's change it to import for now. How are the rest doing? You are also not producing that much. Yeah, we are set to import, but they have 0, so they are basically starving, all of them. Well, not all of them, but many of them. So we are likely not producing enough. So the Xeno farms should be nice. And now we can also do the Geosurvey satellite uplink, which I will actually bump up to the first place. Let's see. In here, there's not really much richness. In here, there's not much space. In here, I guess we could build one. And in here, also, that's a dangerous one, but so be it. Richness 1, but there's plenty of space in here, and that would almost double our production on this planet, so let's just go for it. And here also plenty of space, in here a lot of richness, and in here even more. Might be actually a good place to build a spaceport. That's good richness in here as well, and I suppose in here. Hopefully I'm not going overboard, because it does cost a little bit of upkeep for these buildings. And we're back to Wolfar. So we will sort out our production and then also our food stocks, hopefully, with the addition of Xeno farms. And if not, then we can work on it some more. Yeah, we just saw there's still the Draugr forces going after our ships. But I think I would still like to first go clean up on Niru. I guess we have plenty of ships now. Let's get a little bit closer and slow it down. Let's jump into the system proper. We have to give fleet orders, and we are now approached by the enemy. Yeah, okay, that's a nice split. So now we can slow it down a little bit, but they should just be deleted, I suppose, and they are. How about these guys? These are much bigger ships. Well, they are a little bigger, not much bigger. There are way bigger ships that we'll be able to build if we live long enough. The Titans. That's them gone. There's a few more. There's one more with the long-range railgun, I think. $1,000. Sure, have some beer on me. Yeah, and it's like reversing to keep our guys in front of it. So we will have to do an FTL jump because it's a little bit too fast for us to catch. Some of them jumped, but not close enough. Okay, we are on an attack vector here. We also have some small laser turrets, and they are enough. They are, I guess, technologically advanced. But now the shields are down, attacked from the back, and that's it for this ship. Was it the last one? Let's jump in. We can order some mining stations and colonization of this planet. Yeah, by destroying remnant vessels and analyzing their fragments, our scientists should be able to uncover more details. Do they show up in here? No. And do we know of any research? We have the one that we've had already. I guess we should... Actually, yeah. We can go back to it instead of the laser weaponry. I would still like to see if the entire star system is now safe. It seems like it is. So we can go back. We can order them to go and resupply. And actually what we could do is build some more subspace projectors, but like further away from our territory, that should warn us if we have the espionage level for it, that should warn us of any incoming trouble, hopefully. But then you also have to spot the icons, I suppose. Xeno farming is now unlocked. So we can take a look at our planets and start building them where the fertility is fairly high. And here it's not that high, but I think we can build a Xeno farm. And here we have some people doing farming, so I guess it'd be like 0.6 or something. I'm not sure if it's worth it. And here we are going quite hard on farming, despite the not so high fertility, but I guess we don't have a lot of fertile planets. So that's a bit of a problem in here. We could get rid of the rover bay, I think. Right-click it, remove, and then build a Xeno farm instead. And back to Wolfar. So I guess fairly soon we might want to go for either vertical farming or for soil enrichment, which would give us a little bit of fertility. I think vertical farming might be better for us here, and then maybe some more research, although we shall see if we might want to invest in some more military-centric technologies. In the meantime, we might need to change our priorities. Let's go here next. Well, I think this is just an empty system, basically. So you might want to go here instead. To the outskirts of the system for now, at least. We are doing okay, I guess. We do have a lot of starvation going on, unfortunately. We still have some idle freighters. Combat in system in here. Okay, whatever. We are doing some more infiltration as well. Let's see here. Let's scooch a little closer. At some point, we'll definitely also need a better sensor technology. even closer. Yeah, now we are producing plenty of food on Vulfar. There is a nasty little ship in here from the Draugr taking over our transports. But other than that, doesn't seem like there's anything. So you might as well colonize these planets. Unfortunately, both of them have very, very low fertility. And that's a constructor. Yeah, and that just got deleted. And so I guess there's only this one left. Airways are strange. Centralized banking. No, I don't think so, sir. TV3. You are already exporting. And now this planet was colonized. A lot of space in here and a whole lot of fertility. That's very nice for us. So import, export, go pull on the food department. And we might as well build just a xeno farm first. Then the livestock cloning, I guess aeroponic farm as well at some point. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it as such. Maybe, yeah, let's get a rover bay going first. To get the production going a little bit quicker, we will want a spaceport here, I think, and a military outpost, Imperial Bank, research lab. What's the richness? 0.6. I guess Imperial office and maybe even a warehouse. So that's a very good planet. And now Akil 4, they have some special Everwinter tree +1 food, and there's almost 2100, and also some colonists production, more fertility, I suppose. Well, not fertility is for food. You know what I mean. We're going to be boinking more. I guess we'll be doing mostly production. Well, we already have plenty of production, I suppose. But it's quite a rich planet. Not much space, though. I guess let's get a rubber bay and military outpost going. And what then? A aeroponic farm, I suppose. And this thing, I guess. For more production. Mining station has been built here. That's pulse-filled gas. Refined pulse-filled gas can enhance the recharge of ship and planetary shields up to 50%. Richness 2, refined ratio 0.5. So in time we should be getting a little bit of this thing. Shield efficiency V1. I guess, yeah, we could do just some of these. And maybe also that's kinetic, but it's almost only 3%. Not sure if it's worth going for it. And maybe let's move the additional research down. This planet has been colonized. Yeah, there's low fertility, and we also don't like swamps very much. Good production though. Import, export. Let's get a rover bay and a farm going. And I guess this thing as well. A military outpost. Maybe a spaceport. A bank. A research lab. Warehouse, why not? And then production plant, and finally bureaucracy. Lastly, we have discovered the experimental phaser. So let's take a look at them. Let's maybe load up a Corvette. And let's see, it's going to be in the energy beam. Experimental dual phasers are our first venture into the creation of dual beam weapon. Unfortunately, the inherent instability of the powerful dual beams limits their maximum range, but it's still 3800, so pretty good. It's a very large weapon. It requires a lot of power. And DPS 225 compared to this 67.74. Kinda not sure what to think about it. Why is it only the dual one? Can we only put the singular on fighters or something? No, we can't put it here at all. That's a little strange. I guess we can try it out for some long-range beam weaponry shenanigans. This is 3800. So we might want you look forward, you look backwards. Do we have anything that might match this range? Probably not. Well, the railguns, I suppose. But where are we going to fit them, though? That's the problem here. I guess if they're going to be in the back, they don't need as high defense. What's the issue here? Missing command module and probably, yeah, excess weapon. Ugh. And that's with 5 generators already. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to sustain this weapon. Power cells, a medium power cell. Okay, we would definitely need some of those. A medium one to be able to infinitely sustain this weapon. We still need the cockpit, a dual one. I guess we could some more shields in the back. Yeah, but the ammo time for the railguns and for these weapons is now very short. I guess we can sacrifice one to put some more ordnance, maybe move the shields forward. Now it's a little better. I'm not sure if I like it, but let's try it nonetheless. So it's going to be like a long range corvette, I suppose. It's not very long range because like long range missiles have a range of 10,000, I think. But yeah, we will build some of these, add them to our fleet, see how they do. But that's going to be in the next episode, so thanks very much for watching and I will see you next time.